I didn't question why it happened. That's just Mother Nature. What got me was the response. To think that the greatest country on the planet didn't know how to rescue people for 5 days was amazing. Of course, I have to do something. It was too much to say in one song or one album. I couldn't do it. And it was my wife who said, why don't you just take the themes from the documentary, expand on those, which was a brilliant idea because when I wrote the documentary, I'm looking at it as somebody else's statement. So my mind was free in terms of what I was creating for the documentary. You know, but with my music, I kept thinking it has to be perfect, it has to be right on the nose, and I couldn't find it. Even when we perform the music, I still get very emotional about it, and I don't feel like I composed it. I still get compliments on it, but I don't feel like I wrote it. I feel like that was something that was being screamed at me. Uptown when my mom went to church, you know, it was beautiful watching them get on the phone and have like fellowship on the phone. They're in different parts of the country, but they got on the phone and would pray and do stuff like that on the phone. That blew my mind. That's New Orleans. That's who we are as a people. It's a rough thing to talk about, bro. It still is, you know. When we were doing the documentary, when we shot the scene with my mom, Spike didn't come in the house. He couldn't do it. He stayed outside, you know. And I remember when we had one of the first screenings of the documentary and we were coming up to that section, everybody was consoling me, you know, and I'm like, no, I'm fine, I've already experienced it. But to watch it, it was painful. It was painful. And the thing that kept coming back to me was, that didn't have to happen. We didn't get hit by the hurricane. Hurricane Katrina did not hit New Orleans. Even though the documentary has a ton of our culture in it, I felt like the score needed to be that universal thing that touched everybody, to make it a broader story. I didn't want it to be like this one little isolated thing that happened in this one little part of the planet. No, this is something that could happen anywhere.